Now we're gonna hear a thing or two about how to identify a scam, and the speaker is gonna be Rafik. Rafik, please take this in.
Thanks, Andrew. You won $100,000. Verify account. Are you receiving these types of messages? If so, you're not alone. Millions of people receive these messages every single day, and 99% of them are a scam. Scammers are literally everywhere. They will try to contact you via messages or social media or emails. They will try to tell you that you want this amount of money, or they will try to call you and say that they are government officials and try to steal your information. You're probably saying, I can't get scammed, I am very clever. But remember, there's someone else who is more clever than you. But you're like, how do I prevent this? Well, follow these steps. 1. Never share your passwords. Use strong passwords about your emails and use multiple accounts if you have a bank account in that email. Don't share your sensitive data on the internet. Use websites that check if the links are okay. Don't click on any link that will put a virus in your computer. So that is it. My name is Rafik. I am from North Macedonia, and hope you learned something new and be kind to one another.
Great, Rafik. Thank you very much for your speech. Now we're gonna introduce our speaker Hannah regarding the types. No, my bad. The types of cyberbullying. Hannah, you have the stage.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Andrew. Hello, everyone, and thank you for being here. My name is Hannah. I'm from Algeria, and I'm a master graduate of translation. And today I'm going to present to you the types of cyberbullying. So we start up with the exclusion, which means leaving someone out deliberately. The second type is harassment. Harassment is a broad category under which many types of cyberbullying falls into. It's generally refers to a sensitive or personal info that someone without their knowing to embarrass them or to harass them. So that's it. Another element, which is outing or doxing, it refers to the act of openly revealing a sensitive or personal information about someone in order to bully them or harass them or humiliate them. Trickery is similar to doxing or outing, added to it an element of deception. And cyber stalking is a particularly serious form of cyberbullying that can extend to threats of physical harm or of the child being targeted. Frapping is when a bully uses your child's personal accounts, using their name by posting inappropriate content. And the last one, which is fake identity, when a person pretends to be someone else. It's like catfishing by using a fake profile. Now we're gonna move to some examples. One of these examples about outing or doxing. It's Kylie Quinn. He was identified. As taking part of a new Nazi rally. Turned out to be mistaken because he's looking like a martyr, and that turned out his life as hell. Another example of fake identity or catfishing. A 19-year-old Louise Flores stole Kim Kardashian's information, and he changed her SSN. He also had private information about other celebrities and politicians like Joe Biden, Michelle Obama, and Beyonce. And yeah, that's all. That was the example. Thank you so much for being attentive, and that's it.
Okay, guys, we are Alex and Danny, and we will talk about the consequences of the cyberbullying. So I will start with an example. A friend of ours who is studying at our school had a toxic boyfriend, and when they broke up, he wanted a revenge, and he installed the camera into the girl's bathroom and then posted a video of her changing into his Facebook account. And she didn't want to go out and go to school for weeks, and this was the consequences of the story.
So the main consequences from cyberbullying is in first place committing suicide. That's very dangerous, and every human life shouldn't be endangered like that. And of course the downfall of the mental health and the anxiety, they are very serious consequences. So the people who are bullied from the social media and everything, they have a low self-esteem and they become shy, they stop talking, and this can lead to self-harm. That's very serious. So others can use alcohol and drugs. They start using that from just to escape the reality, and this is very, very dangerous.
There are some consequences for the bullies too. Some of them may laugh at their victims, others may feel guilty about them, but if the police find out, they may have to pay a fine or may get punished in the jail, but most of the cases, police can't do anything about it.
So in conclusion, there are worse things than the obvious well-known, and the affecting all of us and all people and adolescents, kids and adults even. So this happen generations over generations, and they live in fear and trauma. So don't cyberbully.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well done. We just listened to team number 5 regarding the consequences of cyberbullying. Thank you very much, Denny and Sashka, for your speech. We are gonna now talk a little bit about the prevention regarding the online security. And as the speakers, we have Evgenia and Mario. Let's welcome them. Woo!
So hi guys, hope you have a nice afternoon. We are Evgenia and Mario. We are high school students from Macedonia, and today we will talk about prevention of cyberbullying and how to protect ourselves on the internet. So Evgenia will tell you 2 stories about examples of being cyberbullied.
So cyberbullying is a real problem in the world. So we have real life stories of how to prevent that. So Vanessa Morris is the first story. She was a 16-year-old high school student who was bullied just because of her skin color. She even moved schools for that, and she was contempted and blackmailed all the time, and she was made fun of, and people would take pictures of her and made memes about her. She was on the edge of suicide at one point, and but that all stopped when she made up the courage to talk to her mother, and they made up the problem. They solved it. And the next example is Nick Tavarian. He was a 20-year-old working student who was cyberbullied just because of his preference. His best friend found out that he was homosexual, and he started to abuse his power and knowledge of Nick to post offensive comments, and that really hurt Nick. He started to get really depressed, and he couldn't go anywhere, he couldn't talk to anyone, but his uncle soon found out about that, and he reported Nick's friend. They made up afterwards, but it really hurt Nick, so he talked to the police, and they solved the problem. So the point of these stories is that you better prevent the cyberbullying before it's too late. So about more preventing of cyberbullying, we have Mario to tell us.
Yeah, so as Evgenia said, we've heard now two stories about real life problems, and we've heard the importance of knowing how to tell other people about the problem, and they should know how to cope with it and to find a solution together. It's very easier to think about a solution when more people think. So the person who has been cyberbullied needs to tell someone, because that's how he will gain self-confidence, and he will realize, or he or she, that that is brave enough to tell somebody. And because if you don't tell somebody, the problem will stay for a longer time, and if the problem stays for a longer time, it may occur very hard consequences at some point. So in order to prevent this, you should be careful on the internet. Just don't give too much personal information, or just learn how to protect your personal information. It's very important to do that, because nowadays we have a lot of people who can easily come up to your data, and there will be a huge disaster about that. So be careful, learn about cyberbullying, and talk to other people, so we can grow as a society, and we can fight against this. Thank you for your attention today.
Now we have a very important guest. His name is Fanda, and he's gonna talk with us about a couple of reasons of cyberbullying, which are very important to know, as well as the other topics that we discussed before. Fanda, please join me on the scene.
So, hello everyone, my name is Fanda, I'm from Czech Republic. Why does cyberbullying happen? Who are those who can cause that much harm? And why are they pointing their fingers against you? Usually, cyberbullying is nothing personal. Usually it's problem of bully himself. And he is trying to solve his problems this way. If he is popular, he is probably doing it because he wants to strengthen his alpha position in a group. Unluckily, his friends only rarely shows that they have more brain cells than a cockroach, and they simply join a bully. The wave effect works, and people who are just walking around will just kick in a dead body. They won't help you. And why? Because it's fun, and it's for free. And the only one who will pay for this is the victim. But people who aren't that socially successful can bully too. And it's quite often because they can't cope with their low self-esteem. Or they just want to fit better with their peers. As you may think, bullies have absolutely no reason to go against you, but they do. You are probably easy target for them. In wildlife, one rule applies. You don't need to be faster than a predator to survive. You only need to be faster than the slowest member of your group. This rule applies in cyberbullying too. Thanks for attention.
Again, about 6 types of cyberbullying. Now we have to roll over and keep moving forward to ways of coping with this kind of cyberbullying. For this one, we have team 3 with the speaker Mikolas. Mikolas, I want you to tell us all about everything you know about coping with cyberbullying.
Hi guys, my name is Mikolas, and I come from a small town. My whole life I was living at a small town. I was working on a field, milking cows, feeding the chickens, and then the internet came into our town, and with the internet came the cyberbullying. People think that if you stop the cyberbullying, if you report and block the bully, or even if you arrest the bully, everything will be good. Unfortunately, that is not the truth. The victim will need to cope. Now I would like you to imagine if somebody stole your personal data or broke into your Facebook account, maybe even leaked your nudes or sent you a death threat. How would you feel then? What would you do? Would you maybe isolate yourself from others, or start drinking alcohol, maybe overeat, or don't eat at all, or do drugs, or you would kill yourself? Or you could maybe put your phone away. You could hang out with your friends, maybe watch a movie. You could listen to the music you like. You could bake a cake, or go into the nature, or take a bike ride. You can do whatever you want. You make your choice.